Y'all are doing great work at Recovering from Religion, recoveringfromreligion.org. And Janice, I definitely want to talk more about the Conference on Religious Trauma. That's coming up just around the corner. What are the dates for that?
It is. The Conference on Religious Trauma is taking place online next week. It starts on the 11th and it runs all the way through to the 16th. So from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we are having sessions from 5 p.m. You'll have to take a look at your tickets to 7 p.m. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we're doing them all day long. So, and Dr. Daryl Ray, who, of course, is the founder of Recovering from Religion and such a wonderful author. And yes, that's right. And this show. Daryl's one of our keynote speakers. And then we also have the incomparable Dr. Marlene Winnell, who is the original pioneer in the religious trauma movement and religious trauma syndrome. And then we actually have 21 speakers that are going to be joining us. And so some of them are coming from the angle of being therapists and being psychologists, and they will be talking about not only what is religious trauma syndrome, but presenting potential ways to treat it and work with clients. And then we also are going to be joined by people from all different backgrounds who have been walking their own journey of recovery from religious trauma and religious trauma syndrome. So we have Yasmin Mohammed, and her background is Muslim. We've got Hani Getter, and she was raised Orthodox Jew. We have folks who have come out of Mormonism, folks who were actually part of the Unification Church, the Moonies, in the 80s. And we have cult expert Rick Allen Ross will also be joining us, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what he has to say. It's just going to be an incredible time of learning about religious trauma syndrome and a time of connecting with resources. Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
Yeah, well, tell us a little bit more about, I guess, the mission and maybe the goals of this organization, because it sounds like y'all are offering some incredible conversations and some really beautiful lectures. But what is it that Court is here to do?
Yes, the main purpose for the Conference on Religious Trauma is to educate therapists and lay people about the fact that religious trauma syndrome exists, that religion is not always good and benign, that it can be actually quite harmful. And it's time to bring this into the public sphere for people to actually start acknowledging and talking about it. And the fact that we have hundreds of people now who have signed up for this conference, I mean, that the timing is right. Also, because of what you poor Americans endured over the past 4 years, that really served to push a lot of people out of the church, a lot of people who don't know any life outside the church. And now they've been questioning their own beliefs, and they're going, well, what do I have if I don't have my faith anymore? What's my life going to look like? And they're really starting to grapple with the fact that they have experienced trauma as a result of their religious teachings and indoctrination. And so I want those people also to be able to attend. You don't have to be a therapist to attend, just to start learning about it and start understanding some of the language and start recognizing their own story as told by other people, even from other religious backgrounds and groups. Mm-hmm. And there are continuing education credits available for therapists who do attend.
Yeah, it feels pretty powerful. Do y'all have plans or thoughts or ideals beyond this conference? I know that there was an effort to put all of this together last year, but what is maybe the long-term mission here?
Yes, what I would like to do with court is to be able to offer it every year. I want it to become an annual event. I'm hoping that eventually we'll actually be able to hold it in person. I was going to do it in Vancouver, British Columbia last year, except, coronavirus. But so hopefully within the next couple of years, we might be able to start doing the events in person. And I would love to be able to take them all across, not only North America, but even to different countries, because every country has people who have been touched by religious trauma. Everybody has a story to tell. So I'm already thinking towards next year and some of the topics that I would like to see addressed at the next conference. It's a really big deal. It's an idea whose time has come. The timing, I think, is really perfect. It's even better now that we're doing it this year than if we had done it in 2020, just because of everything else that's happened. And more people have had time to learn about it now. And holding it online is great because it's accessible to everybody.
Yeah, I think that that's huge, that we not only have the ability to do it online, but that we've had an entire year to practice. And like you pointed out, at least here in the States, quite frankly, get ready for it on a like socio-cultural level that I think is really, really beautiful. So this is an incredibly exciting opportunity. We will go over some like links and websites at the end, but just know that all of that is also in the show notes for this episode. There's plenty of opportunity, plenty of time to still get involved.